Hi everyone, welcome to today's video, and today we're going to be talking about an important aspect of mental health, and we're talking about coping and living with anxiety disorders. Now, anxiety disorders is a very vast topic. There are different forms and types of anxiety disorders, but as for today's video, we're just going to focus on anxiety disorders. Now, if you're just seeing my video for the very first time, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscription button, turn on the notification bell so when I drop new videos, you'll be the first to know. And you know what this channel is all about. On this channel, we go above and beyond to ensure that we turn inspirations into great impact. Now, if I don't bring you this information, who will? Alright? So, we're talking about anxiety disorders. Anxiety disorder is characterized by excessive fear, worry, and nervousness. I'll give you a second to think about anxiety. Do you know that feeling you have when you're walking through a haunted house and you're just expecting something very, very scary to appear to you? And even though down in your heart or in your mind, you know that there is nothing. That's what anxiety is about. Now, I'll give you another description of anxiety. Have you ever felt very nervous, scared while you're preparing for a test, an exam, or an interview? You know, that feeling of anxiousness is what anxiety means. Now, imagine having to live like that for a very long time, or to be constantly living in that fearful state of mind. It's not a place I wish anyone to be. So, in today's video, I'm going to be giving you, tips on how to cope with anxiety disorders. For those that are living with anxiety disorder, my heart goes out to you. Help is on the way. All right. So let's dive right into the video. Anxiety is an aspect of mental health issues that requires a comprehensive understanding and intervention. Okay. Now, I used to live with anxiety disorder before it was very bad. I practically worry about everything. I worry about sleeping at night and not waking up. So to prevent that from happening, I would stay awake all through the night. When my phone rings, I'm shaking, I'm terrified, I'm nervous, thinking, oh, my employer calling to terminate my contract. They're calling from my child's school to say something bad, negative had happened. Oh, are all my brothers and sisters okay? Something bad happened to them. It was just my emotion, my mental health was just scattered, shattered all over the place. I live in total fear of the unknown. Fear that something bad was going to happen to me, and this affected my productivity. This affected my relationship with people. Living with anxiety disorder means you have to incorporate certain lifestyles, behavioral patterns, and psychological strategies into your daily functionings. You have to adopt certain methods to cope. It's not an easy place to be when you're totally frightened, you're totally fearful, you're anxious. It's not a sane place for any human being to be. But there are ways you can cope with these disorders. There are ways you can reduce it. And now we have to highlight the various ways. These are not the only ways, but just a few that you can, daily activities you can incorporate into your lifestyle that will help you cope with anxiety disorders. All right. The first thing is to understand your triggers. Identify the things that trigger your this anxiety, things that make you, anxious. You have to understand the various things that makes you stress, the various things that puts you in this, worrisome mood. Now, for some people, it could be their jobs, it could be the feeling that they are not good enough, or that feeling that they are alone. It could just be anything. It could just be anything. One time for me, it was terrible. I had to. My life requires that I travel a lot, and I had to travel. But when it comes to me, flying, using the aircraft, it was something I didn't want to do. I would be so scared. Even while on board, I'll be shaking that several times the flight attendant had come to, talk to me, explain certain things to me about, the safety of the aircraft. And I would still be there shaking. Even at times, I would have panic attack while on board. So you have to understand things that trigger, your anxiety. You have to understand if it's your job. If you have a job that requires, you to meet up with certain deadlines, you need to speak with your employers and tell them you're dealing with this. You need time. I am not on the spot person. You can't put me on the spot and I will start doing things. No, I'm not on the spot person. So I need time to process things. I have to let my employer know. I have to let people around me know that I'm not on the spot person. Give me time to process information. So, you putting me on the spot, I'm just going to be nervous and I'm going to make a mess of everything. So you have to identify your triggers. You have to identify things that stress you out, things that trigger that nervousness in you. And you have to outline strategies to cope with those things. Now, if, for example, this is what I would do. If I'm like in my situation where when my phone rings, I'm scared already just at the sound of my phone, I let people around me know that before calling me, send me a text. That's one of my coping mechanisms. Before calling, send me a text. That will keep me, that will make me know what you are calling about. So when I see your call, I'm not shaking. And maybe I apply to some organization and they ask me how can they reach me. I just reach me through my email. So you have to design a coping mechanism. You have to first identify what triggers you and design a coping mechanism. Okay? Next is staying physically active. In one of my videos, I talked about activities we can do, incorporate into our daily, lifestyle that will keep us physically and mentally active. You can go on a walk. I love walking out. It helps me, connects me with the nature. And trust me, nature heals both physically and emotionally. Do yoga, go to the gym, just do activities that will keep you busy physically and emotionally. All right. So by doing this, you release endorphins, and endorphins, they are natural mood booster. They also help to reduce level of stress. Okay, so when you incorporate this in your lifestyle, it helps you to, reduce your level of anxiousness or your level of nervousness or the level of you being worried about everything. The next point I'm going to be giving you is stay in touch with your healthcare. For those that are already undergoing, therapy, you need to stay active with your healthcare provider. Speak with your healthcare provider about the specific symptom you're having, as this will help them to, give you tools or treatment plan that will work for you, that will help you reduce. There are some medications that your healthcare providers can prescribe for you that will help you, reduce that level of nervousness. And next point I'm going to be giving you is have a strong supportive system. Let your loved ones, your family, let them know what you're going through. Let them know your struggles. Make sure you surround yourself with people that can support you and tell you all will be fine. If it is work pressure you're having, make sure you surround yourself. If it's a work pressure that triggers, that worrisome feeling, let your team members know. They might be able to support you with your day-to-day, activities at work. If it is family, whatever triggers, just create a support system at home. Let your family support you. This will go a long way to help you. A system of support is very vital in coping and dealing with anxiety disorders. Now, in all that I've said, there is need for you to be deliberate. You have to prioritize this. You have to make sure this is what you want. You want a sane, a stable mental well-being. You have to go above and beyond to ensure that you are in a better mental condition. All right? Self-management is also very important in coping with anxiety disorders. You have to manage yourself. There is just a little your healthcare providers can do. There's a little your family members can do, but you can do a lot by ensuring that you self-manage yourself. You follow your doctor's prescriptions. You do activities that makes you less worrisome. And when you incorporate, self-management, identifying your triggers, staying active, and a strong support system, this will go a long way to ensure that you have a better and improved mental well-being. All right? So in this year, we are all prioritizing our mental well-being. It is important. And everything that affects us, that makes us stress, we have to start cutting them off. All right? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Empower Echoes. On Facebook, you can check at Empower-Echoes1924. On Instagram, it is Empower_Echoes1924. On Facebook, you can just say Empower Echoes, or you can also just follow on Abigail Olivia Ajayi. Or on the TikTok is Empower Echoes. I'll see you same time next week. Stay positive, do things that are productive, stay active, and stay out of trouble. I remain your lovely Abigail, and have a wonderful day. Bye.